Yeah, so after having 3 kids,
Yes.
yep, 3,
we have a lot to say about
Intercourse.
intercourse shortly after you just have a baby. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So
Yeah.
if you want to see
if you
or
want
hear,
to see and hear all the good stuff,
yes,
keep on watching,
Keep on
alright?
watching.
Don't change the dial. Hello everyone.
Welcome to our channel, the Parchment Fam.
So
And
today is, guess what it is?
Sit Down Sunday.
Yeah,
Yes.
so welcome back to another episode of Sit Down Sundays, and this is
My name is Jessica.
and this is
The-
Kieran. I didn't think they say something I introduce me, but
This is-
me do a self introduction. My name is Kieran and we do Sit Down Sundays every Sunday. Alright, and today's topic we're gonna talk about
Yes, we're gonna
intercourse shortly after
you
giving
have
birth.
a baby.
Alright.
Yes.
Both from a female perspective and a male perspective. So definitely this is an interesting topic. And we have a lot more interesting topics on the channel. So before we get into the video, we just have to announce it. Please just go ahead, subscribe,
hit the subscribe button.
help us grow, and turn on the notification bell to get notified this and every Sunday for your Sit Down Sundays topics.
Yes, you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. And also we do vlogs during other days, so we get upload. We get upload.
And
You get uploads
DIYs
regularly, and we have
all
DIYs,
sorts of
travel
fun
vlogs,
stuff.
cooking, all the great stuff and entertainment. And we have a lot more on the channel. Just go ahead, check out the channel and watch the other videos. All right. So,
Alright, let's get into
welcome
it.
if it's your first time as well, and welcome back to our regular viewers. All right. So
Yes.
let's get into it.
Alright.
Who's gonna kick it off? You.
Okay. Alright, so I think one of the main question that people always ask, when you think about intercourse after you just have a baby, is basically, when can you get back in the sack, as they would say?
Yeah. So
When is a good time? When is appropriate for you to?
how
How long you
long
should
you have to
wait?
wait,
I mean, yes, and I'm in the gynecological world. They will say to wait 6 weeks. That's what they say. You should wait
and
6 weeks.
majority would say 8 weeks.
But what I'm gonna say is, you have women that wait longer than that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be dependent upon you. The two are how ready you are,
And the
you know,
woman
and especially the female
has to be pretty much
have to ready.
be ready because
Yes.
you gotta give it time.
Some female, they experience a lot of trauma when they give birth. So mentally, emotionally, physically, they are not ready, because you have some women, they wait, they go a good 3-4 months before they feel ready again. And I think as spouses, as husbands, the communication has to keep going, and you communicate and see, right?
Yeah, like I mean, you just
Work
have to-
together,
You have
basically.
to work together. Try to have
You have to
a bit of
understand, yeah.
understanding, and you gotta have to put yourself in the other person's shoes sometimes. And then when you think about it, it's just like you've just been, as a male, you've just been in a terrible car accident, right? Every time you go in a car, you're gonna feel,
Yeah,
especially
that's true.
especially after that accident
Like,
just occurred.
yes.
You're gonna have some fear,
Yes,
of the
yes.
same thing happening
like-
again, or the
that is
experiences. You just gonna traumatize you a little bit. So
Yes, so you have to
it's
understand
just pretty much
that.
almost the same thing,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think that's the main thing. There's not a time frame to it. It's just when you are ready as a person, as a couple. I think that's the main thing. That's whenever you're ready, whether it's 6, 8, 10 weeks,
or even a year.
Yeah. I mean, I've read stories. I've never know anyone personal, but I've read stories online of women that they say that they just weren't ready for a couple months. Oh, they just don't ready, right? So
Yeah. And as a male, I can't push it, because at the end of the day,
she have to be ready.
your experience and the woman's experience is two different things. It's totally different.
And do you think men get traumatized too, that they are not ready?
Some, I would say, especially
The
for
ones that
me,
experience the birth.
especially for me as a male who've been in a delivery room, and just from what you see, It's like pretty much it kind of.
You don't even want to touch the woman for a while anyway.
It kind of put you in a state of mind where you can't even think about that again for a while. It's like you.
I think
sidetrack you for a little bit.
I think that's like, nature's way of saying that you have to wait.
I remembering what you see, it take a while just for you to even think about that again, you know? You take a while to even think about intercourse again. It's like it traumatize you a little bit, especially when you're in the delivery room and you look and you see what you see. I can't tell you, I see it's two times I see it. Me see the 3 times, all 3 of them, all 3 kids.
You didn't see the last one.
Yeah, all 3 kids.
You didn't see. You were there, but
I was there, but that wasn't so bad.
The way I was positioned,
it was a water bird.
Yes,
so
I didn't see.
I didn't see much, but I can tell you from the others 2, it was
especially the first time.
Yeah,
especially the first time.
It was a sight to see, and it definitely put you in a state of mind where it take you a while to think about that again, intercourse basically. So, but after a while, you kind of fade away a little bit, and you kind of get back.
Obviously,
because
we have more kids afterwards,
more connected and everything. Yes, so definitely.
Yes.
After a couple of weeks or so, you kind of get back to your normal self and everything, you know.
And it's funny that just to tell you a little story that you would, a short story. After I had my first child, like within days after, like. You would think that yes, I'm traumatized, maybe because I got the pain medication and I really didn't went through the whole process, but by feeling all the pain. But after, I think it was like a couple of days. I remember, if you remember me telling you, I was breastfeeding my son one day, and I feel like you know, you get in the mood. I'm like, I literally just had him. You would think that I was traumatized, but I think they say it's normal because the hormones in breastfeeding cause you to feel a certain way. But obviously my body never ready feed.
I can't tell you say I hear about it, but I can't tell you about no experience because it's a man, so
yeah.
Tell them that.
Yeah, it was I don't think it was a week yet, and I mean it was the strangest thing. And it was while I was breastfeeding, but I read up on it because I read a lot. And they said the hormones in, when you're breastfeeding can cause that, but my body wasn't, obviously my body not ready yet, and my mind still never ready yet. It's just the feeling was coming over me.
I mean, physically you think you're ready, but mentally, you know, say it's not right, it's not ready, and
and of course you still have to wait until physically you're really ready
again.
Yes, and if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and sometimes that can pretty much take a while, you know.
Yes.
Because even when your body ready and your mind, the thing is, let me tell you how it flip now. Your body ready and your mind not ready shortly after, when you cannot actually do anything.
Yeah.
And then when your body is ready, the mind is not ready for the female. I can tell you that. So when your body is ready, your mind is not ready. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, because no, and even when you think you're ready, you're still never fully ready. I mean, you just have to give it a go when the time comes, but you're still not fully ready because fear I go dead here, you go wonder if you're going to get hurt and all kind of different things coming in your head.
Yeah, so basically what you say, when your body is ready, the mind is not ready, because when you think you're ready to go at it, you start thinking about, oh, what if you get pregnant again or something.
Alright, so which leads us into our next point. Which is basically you're thinking that birth control options if you're gonna get pregnant right away if you're not on birth control. So that's the next thing you're gonna have to think about. I mean, immediately after, like, some people start thinking about it months before they have baby. You know, because when
and then at the same time again, even when they get the birth control, a lot of times the woman start affect them in a certain way, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes
that's a different story in itself. Yeah, but
that is a different story by itself. We probably do a sit down Sunday on that too. We could probably do that as we in this category now. We probably could just follow up with that next week. Yeah, so we could follow that, so look out for that next week.
Yeah, but I mean, that's something you do. Yes, you have to think about, I mean, what birth control options you're going to choose that's going to be effective for you. Because if you don't think about that, you can imagine the whole time you're there, I wonder if you'll get pregnant again and you have like a 6-week-old baby.
Yeah, so
that's scary.
I mean, that's not the only thing you have to look forward to. Every woman's body is different. So some women, they say, oh, the doctor telling, oh, you can't get pregnant
while you're breastfeeding. They always say while you're breastfeeding.
Catch a woman off guard.
Sometimes they say, oh, while you're breastfeeding, it happens for some women, they breastfeed for like a year, the period don't come back for the entire year, and they don't get pregnant. But that would definitely not work for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not everybody still like that. So.
Like I'm breastfeeding, and you best believe like 2 months later, so it can come right back regularly.
Yeah,
so that would not work for me. If me say me rely upon that, then don't deal.
Yeah, so I would say shortly after a woman giving birth, it's definitely a challenge getting back in the groove. Speaking from a man's perspective, as men, you got to understand that sometimes, and try, work with the woman. You cannot force her or get mad with her if she's not ready physically or mentally.
And even when she
support system,
Yes, I think that's and even being a support system, that's even another topic for itself.
Yes, so we are get to the topic then one little by little.
Yes. So make sure you subscribe, right, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any one of those
topics.
Yeah, but it's very good when you have a supportive husband or spouse or baby father or whoever is there by your side to help you out. And then even when you decide that you're ready and all that, I think communication is very important in that moment, because you have to communicate everything that you're feeling, because remember that you have fears and all these things. So in the moment you have to be like, okay, does this hurt? Are you gonna lay there and just think that you're hurting and you're not communicating to your partner? Then your partner have to be like, know when to be gentle. So I think communication is very important.
It's all about I would say getting used to changes, because you cannot operate like what you used to operate before.
Well, not initially.
Not initially. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Not initially. You have to pretty much adjust as you go along.
Yes, it's like, baby steps, right?
Yeah, you have to adjust as you go along, and it might not be perfect. You're not gonna be what you're not gonna be what you imagine. You're just gonna run and do what you have to do, what you're doing like what you're normal. You just have to be gentle, take your time,
one step at a time, one day at a time.
If a woman not ready, you cannot force
and then
her.
If you try the first time and you see that it's in a workout, you think you're ready, and then you realize that no, you're not ready, then you can probably give it another 2 weeks or whichever how long you want to wait, and then try go back at it again. But just don't try rush it or force into it.
Yeah, so definitely everyone's experience is gonna be different,
Every child experience is different too.
Yeah, so definitely you just have to learn how to see what works for you,
Yes, I think
just see what works for you.
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, and if you have a partner who is understanding, it's way easier. What if
definitely if you have a partner that's not understanding, I think that's where it gets challenging.
I'm not willing to pretty much try to understand
work with you.
It's gonna be a challenge. So
yes, I think that's is there anything else? I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I think those are the main things.
Have experience and what we know.
You also want to take into consideration that you may want to get certain things like lubricants and stuff like that, because especially if you're breastfeeding, well, you may not know if you've never had a child or if you're in the process, but when you're breastfeeding, they always recommend, like your gynecologist or your midwife will recommend, when you're getting back into, you may want to try lubricants, because breastfeeding makes you a little bit drier than you would have been. This may be TMI, but it's the reality of it, so that's something to consider, when you get back into it as well.
Yeah, so I guess we have our heads full, so I guess that's it for tonight.
Yes.
All right, so
hope you guys learned something, and
pretty much don't be scared of the experience. Just everybody have different experiences, just try and see what works for you and what doesn't. And if it doesn't, then try another thing and you should be fine.
And I've heard story of women that they were like, 2 weeks later they're ready and they're like, just go at it.
Yeah, so
okay.
I mean, everybody. That's why we say everybody's different.
Exactly.
So based upon you and your body and your mentality, you might be different. So we're just sharing based on our experience
and just some things to take into consideration if you ever find yourself in that situation.
Yeah. So that's it, everyone. That's the end of another Sit Down Sundays.
Yes.
And remember, before you get off this video, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and give it a like. Leave any comments in the comment section if you want to share your experiences or have anything to discuss.
Let's have a conversation.
And give your take in the comment section. Right, let's have a conversation. So, thank you for watching again.
You.
Bye.
Bye.